Hi guys, Ann here, and today we have a walk and talk. I am at the famous lake that I absolutely love, and there's geese here. Let me show you the geese. And I did not even think about bringing the food for the geese, and I'm so sad about it. Let me turn you around. Look. And then there's some flying. The sun's in my eyes, so I don't know if you can see. But sometimes there's like white doves in here. Or swans, I should say. Absolutely beautiful. When I start walking up here, it was so funny because there was a few people, I don't know, maybe about 10 people, and they were fishing. They were all together. I start walking up and they were getting ready to leave anyway. I'm like, perfect timing. I walked all the way up here. I did not bring the truck or my daughter's car. Nothing. No, I did not. And that was the dumbest move I ever made, because remember last year when I hurt my ankle? And because I don't know how to sit down properly, it never healed completely. So, like, I have an ace band, like a ankle brace on my ankle right now, and it doesn't hurt, but it's a little swollen. Like, it hurts, but it's not like where I have to sit down. But I know walking back, I'm gonna overdo it. And then as I'm saying it, I'm pacing, because you guys know I'm a pacer. I have my bag right here. I have my water and everything else I need. I always get nervous of loose dogs. I'll tell you why I came out here. There's a few things I want to talk about, but showing my book bag reminded me of this. Oh, there's geese over here too. Look. You see them? Let me see if I can zoom them in. But anyway, I remember when I first started doing my walk and talks right after my heart attack. You know, you have to do that cardiac rehab thing at the hospital and stuff. I had to do that for 6 weeks. And I started, like, that's how I started really vlogging and doing walk and talks, because, you know, your heart is a muscle and you need to walk and build that muscle and make it stronger. And so I just would talk and all that. And then I found like this nice nature trail and all this other type of stuff. And I remember, you know, I used to go by myself. And, you know, a lot of you guys used to be nervous because you would see me by myself, which is understandable, you know. And then sometimes I take Nala with me. But like I told you now, Nala has a bad shoulder, which is getting better. So I'm going to start taking her with me again. Like when I go on the trails and everything. Anywho. So but I've always carried like a knife, bear spray, and my protection. When you know, always. And so I started letting you guys know, like, I'm okay. That way you guys knew, because even like a new subscriber or somebody that clicked on my video, I would get comments. So it was my point is, it was a habit of me saying, you know, I got my bag with me, my protection. That way you guys didn't worry, because I get it, you know. I'm a single female, you know, up in age, and usually wherever I go, like you can see here, there's nobody here. So if something was to happen or whatever the case may be, I get it. I think for me, that I have more fear of loose dogs, you know, because when they're 2 or more, they become more vicious, right? So one day I was here at the lake and I put my bag down. But as you can see, let me just show you around. I'm gonna zoom you guys all the way. All the way around. Even way over here, there's nobody here. There's a dog park right around here somewhere, which I'll show you. There's a baseball field here. I mean, there's nobody here. Absolutely not one person but the geese. Not one. And so sometimes I'll put my bag down, but as you can see, I don't walk very far. Okay? So let me show you something real quick. I can see if somebody's coming. See, here's the street here. And they won't let you bring a car down. So you have to park in like a parking lot or what have you. But I can see somebody walking, okay? The camera makes it look like it's closer, but it's far away. So being that, here's my bag. Being that I'm so close, if somebody was walking up, I'd be able to grab my bag. Or if there was people around, especially children, I would never, ever leave my bag right there. I just know there's nobody here, and I'm only walking. You see, I'm right in walking right if I have to grab it. Anywho, this one person seen it because she heard me, you know, she watched my videos, what have you, so she would hear me say, you know, don't I have my protection, whatever. And she seen a vlog with me leaving the bag here, and she made like 2 or 3 videos. Now she's from the UK, I believe. I know she's not from America, so you know, at first I didn't realize that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, what if there were kids around and it's so irresponsible? And it's like, there's nobody here. If I would never dare put it down, even if there was one person here, especially kids, you know, never. And like I said, I don't go that far, you know. I mean, I can get to my bag before anybody even gets close. Then she was like, I think it's irresponsible saying that you carry protection with you, because what if people know and then they see you and they grab your bag? And it's like, well, first of all, if somebody grabs my bag off of me if I'm carrying it, then that's not my problem. That's on them, right? Because that's a charge that they have. But, you know, I gave her grace. At first I was mad, but then I realized, well, if you're not from the States, maybe you don't understand. Maybe it's not as dangerous. And, you know, I'm from Jersey. So, and I've shared many, many times how my past was 20, 25 years ago. Okay? So, it's just, I mean, I just carry protection because I know what can happen. Anyway, and everything's registered, like everything is legal. But anyway, it just cracked me up, like this, and she still to this day will bring it up, and it's like, it's dumb. Sometimes it's when you spell it D-U-M, you know, dumb. I told you why sometimes I say, oh, it's the funniest thing. Somebody in their community post, this is when I was having that online drama last year, and his wife put a community post that I'm dumb or something like that, but she spelled it D-U-M, and I busted up laughing. I'm like, how are you gonna call somebody dumb, but you don't even spell the word dumb right? It's D-U-M-B. And so now when I say something really stupid, or my friends were like, oh my God, that was so dumb, D-U-M. Anyway, it's a personal joke. So that was that. So all in 10 minutes, I share a story that I could have just said, somebody seen me leaving my bag here, and made a couple of videos. But you know how I am. I'm a storyteller. I have to talk. I'm a talker. All right, let me, did I show you the water? What it looks like? Hold on. Isn't it just gorgeous? It's just absolutely beautiful. It's so peaceful. And see, here's a sign right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll zoom in. It says no swimming now. But of course, some people do. This here, when I was a little girl, I shared this many times. I don't know how to swim. I could do the doggy paddle, and I could float on my back. So if I was ever in a boat and something happened, I can float for a long time until I get rescued, or maybe a shark or something eats me. I don't know. Doggy paddles, I can't last too long. I mean, I'm sure if I had to, but I really don't know how to swim. But when I was 6 years old, this is where you would have swimming lessons. So a little bit out, there's like a sandbar. And so they would canoe you out to the sandbar. I think right where you see that dark, do you see that difference? It's like a dark spot right there. And then, you know, you have like 6 weeks, right? They taught you how to swim and all this. And then to get your certificate, they would take you out. You don't have a life jacket or anything back then. We're talking about in the 80s, right? And you jump off and you swim back. And if you pass, you get your certificate. Well, evidently I passed. You know, I hadn't got my certificate. Now, I mean, you think about it, like, how dangerous. I guess, like, if something did happen, there's people right there. They can come and get you. But now, of course, they require life jackets, right? So at one time I knew how to swim, but we didn't have a pool or anything. And when I would go down to the beach, you know, we would do the boogie boards and stuff, and then ride the waves and like lean on the boogie board and with your feet and go further out. You didn't really have to swim, you know? So anyway, when I was little then, my mom used to take me, and then when I had kids, I took my kids here, and we would sit right here with our little chairs, and I would just put my ankles in and I would sunbathe, right? And me and my mom, you know, we just spent time together while the kids were out there swimming. And then there was a lifeguard. So it was like $5 per day, or maybe the weekend, I don't remember, and like $10 for the whole season, you know? And we just spent like almost every day in the summer, you know, here, because like I shared, like I said, ADHD, and I didn't always have a lot of money, and the kids loved it. And then over yonder, like I'll show you, there's like barbecue pits, like you can, you know, we didn't do that, but like, you know, we'd bring sandwiches and all that type of stuff, and it was just nice, and it brought a lot of memories. So, but what happened was, you know, they'd have to come and they test the water, and because there was a lot of geese coming with the, you know, the geese pooped in there, they spent, gosh, if I can find the article, I'll find it, because let's see, Tyler was born in 95, so maybe in the early 2000s, I want to say, or late 90s, they spent like close to $1 million, like a lot of money, I'm not kidding. And they cleaned out the water and whatever they did. They re-put like brand new sand, and they made it look really, really nice. And then, you know, they had a lifeguard, and so you can swim. But what happened was 15, 20 years later, more geese were coming, and I guess they just couldn't afford it. You know, people would go down the shore. You know, they weren't getting a lot of people like to pay for a badge. So, you know, they didn't have the money, so they had to stop paying for lifeguards. And if you don't have a lifeguard, they, you know, won't allow you to swim, of course. And then, like I said, the water's dirty. But people still come out here in summer, you know, and swim or what have you. I mean, it's a lake, you know. I think all lakes are probably dirty. Let's keep it real. I mean, they're fish poop, and, you know, it's always dirty. But my point is, when I come here, this is my peace. I can come and sit here for hours and hours, and it just brings me peace. And, you know, I connect with my mother more here than I do at the house. Isn't that weird? You would think the house, but no. And growing up, we didn't spend a lot of time outside at the house, and I moved out early, and I had kids. I was pregnant at 18, and then I got my own place. Like, so it just, and you know, that has bad and good memories, but this is the good time, because we would spend just hours laughing and stuff, and I don't know. So when it starts to get nicer, because it's about 63 or 64, it's nice. It's a little warm to have. This is what I got at the Walmart. I'll show you. I'll put the tripod up. But it's a little more chillier at the water. But, I mean, you could just go with a short sleeve shirt and be good. Now, tomorrow, I'll be doing some outside work, which I'll be filming and stuff. But I forgot to charge the saw. You know, I got my new saw. And the saw, I didn't realize, has blades for metal and wood. So, you know that metal fence that I said I want to get up that's in the backyard? I'm going to try to use that and get that up. But anyway, that's that. But there are a few things I want to talk about, what's going on, some updates. Oh my God, look at these geese. Gosh, I wish I had food for them. Look. All right, let me go ahead and set this up, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm sitting on the cement thing, and these were here when I was a little girl. They're flying. I tried to set you up so you could see the water behind me. Isn't it just absolutely gorgeous? But this thing is so uncomfortable. And because I walked here, I didn't bring my little like chair, you know. I see people playing basketball and stuff. Reminds me when Tyler, he was in his teens and 20s, him and his friends, you know, like early 20s, they would come here and they would play basketball and stuff like that. Just a lot of, I don't know, it just brings back a lot of memories. All right, so let's give you some updates, what's been going on. So I went to the doctor on Friday. Today is Monday when I'm filming. And we're trying different medications and different things like that. Now, I had to go to my kidney doctor, but I have to go to my endocrinologist because I think I'm going to be put on the insulin pump. So the kidney doctor thinks that's why I was always so tired and everything. You know, when your kidneys are like working overtime and not filtering the you know, like it's supposed to, it's like poison. You know, you have poison through your body. And so that causes, you know, a lot of fatigue and different things like that. But last night, last night I fell asleep like 6 o'clock at night. Didn't plan on it, but I fell asleep and I got up at like 10:30 at night, and then I'm up. And then so I did a community post on my beauty channel like, oh, I'm up, you know, how about I film some videos? And then I'm like, oh, that's so stupid, because then I'll be up to like 2, 3 and I won't go to sleep because I wanted to film today. But guess what? I stayed up talking to my best friend Lisa till like 3 o'clock in the morning anyway, so I could have filmed. But I'm just always tired and I'm taking like these naps, you know? And I used to always say before, like, I never slept. I never required a lot of sleep. So like I was the type, I can go to bed at 3 or 4 in the morning and still get up at 8, 8:30 and be fine and not really take naps. But now it's like, I go to bed at like 12 a.m. Okay, that's early for me. I'm in bed because sometimes even earlier than that, because, you know, I told you Lexi goes to work, so she works 11 to 7, so she'll leave about 10:30. So I don't go upstairs because, you know, my room's on the 3rd floor. You know, I gotta always tell you that, because once I'm up there, I'm up there. And so that's when I go upstairs, settle down, all that type of stuff. So, you know, I fall asleep like after 11. Lexi will text me, say, you know, Mommy, I made it at work, and all that stuff. And so like I'll go to sleep, but then I'll wake up around 3 or 4, right? And then I'll stay up for like an hour looking at YouTube, answering comments, whatever the case may be. And then I'm like, okay, let me go back to sleep. And then I get up like around 8, 8:30, and then I'll drink some coffee. And then it's like, before you know it, 10 o'clock, I'm going back to sleep. And then I'm getting up at 11, 11:30. It's like very weird. And then during the day, like, it's like I'm always tired and sleeping. And it's like, wow, all those times I was like, oh, I never sleep. It's like, gosh, I wish it was like that, because it feels like your whole day's messed up, right? It's like that broken up sleep. And then once it gets, here's how my mind works. Once it gets past like 2 and 3 in the afternoon, it's like, well, why film? Because the time I film and edit it, I won't be able to get it up tonight. So why? Because, you know, I got to cook dinner, and, you know, I won't be able to edit it till later on and all this stuff. When it's like, no, I should just still film and then just have it up for tomorrow, because when tomorrow comes, the same thing, you know? So it's like I hardly put any content out on my beauty channel anymore. Let me start walking, because here comes my anxiety. I can't sit for so long. I'll be right back. Oh, look, that's what those people are doing. They're putting a park up. Oh, let me show you. Hold on. So this is, I don't know why it feels like it always zooms in. This is where you take your bike, you know. And a lot of you guys said it's for like motorcycles and stuff, which I get. But they also have this little thing here. And that's where you would put like regular bikes, like your, I don't know, it's even called 10-speed bikes anymore. See? So, I mean, I guess it's either or, you know. In this area, a lot of people don't have money for mopeds and motorcycles, so they just take their bike and, you know, play. But over here, which we're going to walk to, I have shared before, it used to be a park and they took it down, but that's what they're doing. They're building A new park. Oh. Let's keep going. This is a new sign right here. Let's see what that says. I don't want to dox myself, so let me read it. So it says RC track rules, open from dawn to dusk. Track at your own risk. Closed during wet conditions. Maybe closed for repair. Children should be accompanied. I can never pronounce that. I can't pronounce it. You know, should be with an adult by a parent or guardian. No alcohol, drug use, no smoking, vaping, no pets, no bashing. All cars must travel in the same direction. Do not walk on the track unless you are marshalling or retrieving an RC vehicle. Only battery operated RC vehicles are permitted. So only electric bikes or regular bikes, you know. And then over here, it's very small. What in the heck? They gotta put more. This is a joke, right? This is a joke. There's nothing on this pole. Hold on. So I'm sure there's gonna be a sign. But this is it. I don't know, however you open this gate. They have that blue thing. Let me see if you guys can see. Do you see? And then a slide. That's it. You guys can see they're still working on it. See the hole? I mean, this thing is very small. You can't even run. And then this has been the swing since my kids were little. That is so weird. I guess so you could just put your kids in there and let them play and not worry about them running off. But it's so small. They could have made it bigger, like out more, moved this over, because look, I mean, there's still so much room to move this swing set over to where those trees, you know. That is weird. Anyway, but it's something. It's better than nothing. It's so weird, and maybe I take it for granted because where I live, there's a lot of things, and of course it's free. And so many of you guys say that you don't have things like this, and if you do, it's always so crowded. There's never nobody here. And that's why I always say, like right now, there's kids still in school, right? It's only like 1 in the afternoon. But even if I came at 4 or 5, you don't see any kids don't play outside anymore. I don't know. I remember when the kids would get home from school, we came home, they did their homework, and then we went out. And they played at the park for hours, or they were in sports. And I never let them play games and stuff like that. And, you know, I got a comment for, oh, well, it's a different time. Well, Isaiah's only 20. So, like, he just graduated high school in 2022, just a couple years ago. But even him, like, on the weekends and stuff, but for the most part, well, you know, he was in sports, but he played outside and stuff, you know? It's like this is new dirt, new sand that they put. Oh, I don't know why it always zooms in. Because look how soft it is, which is really nice. Feels really good. It's just bad on my ankle. I think I'm gonna take this off. Oh, let me show you real quick. Let me set you up because I'm gonna take this off. This is what I got at Walmart the other day. And I got it for 10 bucks. It's an extra large, so it's a little big. And also, I use that hair dye. The beard and mustache one is called Big Men or something like that. I can't remember. I'll put a picture here. And let me just tell you, it worked great because I only put it to like right here. And you can close it up so like, and use it next time. You don't have to throw it away. Because regular hair dye, you know, you have to mix the stuff together and then you throw it away. Well, this is funny. So it comes with a developer and the hair dye. Now, it says on the directions, if you're just using it on your, like a beard or something like that, you could just use color. I mean, the color thing. But if you're going to do it on your head, they use the half developer and half hair dye. So I'm like, okay, let me do it. And I've never used developer before because, you know, I always got the box of hair dye where it was like the conditioner or whatever and the thing, and you mix it, you shake it, and then within like a few minutes it turns really dark. Well, so I put it on my hair and it was like yellow, like a white yellow. And I thought, I had to like Google what developer is because I thought, is this bleach to lighten your hair? Okay. And it says, no, this is, you know, whatever. And so then like, it was like 10 minutes later and it was still just as yellow. Like it wasn't getting darker and I was getting scared. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have two-toned hair. What the hell am I going to do? You know what I mean? I was scared. So I only left it on like 15 minutes because I'm like, just in case. But when I took it off, it like was dark and it turned out really good. It didn't stain my skin, because I guess it's a different type of hair dye, and it looks really, really good. I was shocked how much. Now it comes with like a brush and it came with a tray. So what I did is I put it in the tray, mixed it together, and I used like a toothbrush. You know, I get those dollar toothbrushes, and then with the glove I would just do this, you know, like that, because I think a toothbrush works better. And yeah, I'm going to keep getting that. And because that you could just use the regular thing, you can keep it and save it for next time. So, and you know, I have hardly any hair. So I only use not even a quarter of it. So that'll last me a few times. I do have grays that come in like here, some here. But for me, I dye my hair because, you know, I get my ponytails that are dark, and my hair is like a dark medium, between medium and dark brown. And so what happens is I need to keep dyeing it to keep it so it matches when I do put my ponytails in. But I really, really recommend it. I was going to tape it, and then like I said, when I used that developer, I'm like, oh my God, what? I really thought I would, because it looked like my hair was lightening up. It scared the shit out of me. So like 15 minutes, I don't even think I needed that long. I think it was good to go, you know, for me. So now I think if you have a lot of hair and very thick or a lot of gray, I don't know, because you don't get a whole lot. It's more for beards and stuff. But it works wonders if you just have a little bit or thinning hair or something. Yeah, I really liked it. All right, let me show you. Oh, look at all the keys. I know it's getting on your nerves. I keep turning around. But there's a lot of them now. And then way out yonder. Look. I'm trying to hold you straight. And then some over here. All right, let me show you my sweatshirt. Let me set you up. Then I'm going to take the damn thing off. Oh, the phone. I know I got you crooked the way it's standing, but see, it says self-care, body, mind, and soul. Wake up early, do skincare, drink plenty of water, and exercise. Yeah, for like $10. You can't beat that. I don't know what the regular price was. I think I told you, right? Me and Lexi signed up for the gym. So we got on this scale. Lexi weighs like 132 pounds. But Lexi needs to tone up and she wants to gain a little muscle and stuff. So that's why she's going, because she doesn't need to lose weight. Her stomach is like flat. Me, I need to lose weight, lose my stomach, and also tone up, you know. So we're going to start doing that. I just don't know what I can do because of my ankle, you know. That's why I always say heal. You know, at the end of the thing, I always say, do as I say, not as I do. I mean, I was so stupid, but I just don't know how to sit down. And it's only getting worse as I'm getting older. It's terrible. And sometimes I see you guys in the comment like, oh, I would love to have your energy. Trust me, I don't like doing it. I don't enjoy cleaning. I don't enjoy organizing. I don't enjoy any of it. But I have to do it. If I don't do it, it doesn't get done, you know? And then, like, let me give you an example. So the other day I gave the dogs a bath. So I'm like, okay. So they got a bath. Well, now I gotta, you know, because on the couch I put blankets there for them to lay on. So now I gotta wash them, right? You don't want them smelling all good and going on those blankets. And then I'm like, well, so they're washing. I might as well shampoo the couch. Well, since I'm doing that, I might as well do the recliners. And then I'm like, well, I might as well vacuum and get all the dog hair and everything because we have carpet. And then like the next day, because before I used to be able to do it all at once, and the next day I just shampooed the whole downstairs and stuff because I'm like, well, I want everything to smell good. But that day, then I'm like, oh well, I took those sanitizing wipes, you know, like the Clorox things, and I'm like on my hands and knees cleaning all the baseboards and stuff because they get dirty and dusty, you know. And it's like, my gosh. So it's my OCD or something. I don't know what it is, but it's like, okay, now my mind doesn't stop thinking. And I don't enjoy it. Sometimes I look at my banister, I'm like, now I gotta scrub my banister, and I'll take a toothbrush and go in the, like, I don't know why I'm like that, and I don't enjoy it, but my mind won't stop, because I'm like germs and dirt, and, you know, when COVID happened, it got worse, you know, but, what was my point? Why did I even bring that up? I don't know. I was thinking like maybe one day I should film that. Of course, I won't do like a 3-hour video. I'll speed it up and stuff. But you guys can see the before and after. I think tomorrow before I work on the yard, I'm going to walk uptown. I think. Because a lot of you guys want to see what it looks like uptown. Because the city I live in is so old and the character is beautiful. But I think that's what I was saying. So like I want to like lose weight and different things like that, so I'm going to start walking a lot. Oh no, that's what I would say. Now it's coming back. I was talking about my ankle, and so when I get like that, when I hurt my ankle, remember I was carrying that stupid watermelon in and tripped over a stick, and the ankle bone, right above my ankle bone, like that, just swelled up and everything. And it was black and blue. Do you guys remember that? Anyway, instead of just sitting down for a couple weeks or whatever, no, I'm just like, well, I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I have to do this. And I mean, yeah, the kids can do it. They can wash dishes. They can wash the floor. They could vacuum. But my mind's like, well, I know when I do it, it's clean. Stupid. My thing is, don't do what I did. If I could take it back, I mean, it's going to be there. I would sit down the 6 weeks or put my foot in a boot or whatever I had to do. Dumb, because now that it's nice out, like right now I can feel my ankle hurt and I still gotta walk home. So like when I get off of here, I'll sit down for like 20 minutes by myself, you know, I always do, but you know, I can't enjoy myself, you know, because I don't sit and rest. Well, I am all over the place today. You know what it is? A lot of times I don't know what to talk about because I don't do anything. You know, I've been going here and there on dates with Ryan and different things, but for the most part, like, when you don't see me film, I'm home, cleaning, cooking dinner, spending time with the kids, doing whatever, but it's not exciting, you know? So if I sit down and do a coffee talk, I don't want to start talking about drama or negative stuff or anything like that because I don't know what to talk about. So I'm like, oh, let me talk about that, you know? But maybe I just need to do more of it. Just get out. It'll give me a reason to get out and just walk. Because that's what stopped me a lot last year, because it's like I keep coming to the same places. You guys are probably bored of it, you know. But if it gets me out of the house, I need to do that. Because I notice now when I go up the steps, I gasp for air again. I'm getting out of breath. Because I'm not walking and doing as much as I used to do. So I'm glad me and Lexi, like I said, signed up for the gym. And all of that stuff. Gosh, this is so beautiful. If I could have a house right here and look at this, it's like $1 million view. I would be, I don't know what, beautiful. That is my dream. Oh, there's people at the dog park. I was going to walk over there and show you, but I don't want to be rude while people are there with their doggies. I'll be back. Hold on. See? They're not scared of you. They don't attack you either. I guess if you leave them alone, they leave you alone. I wonder, like, how long geese live for, you know? Like, are these the same geese that were here for a couple years? I don't know. Oh, my ankle hurts. Why the hell did I decide to walk up here? That was the most dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. Well, not the dumbest thing. Dumbest thing is putting a crack pipe in my mouth. Drinking alcohol, 30-pack of beer, Coors Light, piss beer, until I blacked out. I was only 120 pounds. Got to drink a damn 30-pack by myself. Getting with these stupid men. 3 kids by 3 different men. None of them are good. What else? Going in and out of jail. Stupid things. Thinking I have friends and they're not real good friends. Just so much dumb stuff. So I've done a lot of stupid things in my life. And you'd think I would learn by now. Not I, said the fly. Oh, I could tell you about Chuck. So, I don't know if you get my community page, but Chuck, where we call him Chucky, that's not his real name, but that's his nickname. That's Lexi's father. So, Lexi's father is type 1 diabetes. When he was 14, he got it. They found out he was diabetic, and so he's been sick, you know, his whole life. He's 3 years older than me, so he's 51. He'll be 52 in August. And he used to, like, just foam from the mouth. His sugar would drop real low or what have you. And when he was in his 20s, or maybe early 30s, I don't remember exactly what age, he got a full pancreas and both his kidney transplant. But when he was in his 20s, he had to go to jail because, you know, he's the one that put 11 staples in the back of my head and stuff. And then he didn't do any jail time for that. But then he was with his son's mother, or somebody, I don't know, and punched her nose, broke her nose. And then he finally had to do a year in jail. But he only did 9 months and got out. Well, when he was in there, you know, when you're in jail, especially the county jail, you know, they don't take care. Yeah, they give you insulin and all that stuff, but they don't, you know. And so he starts seeing these flurries. And they said, well, when you get out, see an eye doctor. Well, he gets out, he sees the eye doctor, and he's going blind. You know, like I always tell you, once you're diabetic, when you're diabetic, once the damage is done, it's done. You cannot fix it when you're diabetic. So the one doctor took his one eye out. He has a fake eye to try to save the other eye. The other eye, he's blind. So he went completely blind when Lexi was 3 years old. He has not physically seen what Lexi looks like since Lexi's been 3 years old. And my mind, this is how ignorant I am, I would say, well, good. Now he can't hit another woman. He got his karma. I'm at a red light right now. And again, a lot of times they would find him unresponsive, different things, because when you can't see, you know, what's the word? You rely on people to come bring you food and different things like that, right? Anyway, so eventually he got a pancreas and both his kidneys replaced. So then he wasn't diabetic anymore, right? Because his pancreas is producing insulin, and he got brand new kidneys, but he's still blind. Well, then he started getting back into church. He's the one that I told you his father was assistant pastor of a church. Let me press this button. And remember I told you when I used to go over there, every Wednesday or whatever, we had Bible study, and that was a must thing, or, you know, you weren't allowed over there. And so, usually pastors' kids, I mean, they're always off the hook. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And so, he started getting back in the church and doing right and stuff. And he's been married a couple times and different things. But he's very, like, don't cuss, reads the Bible, always going to church, all of that stuff. You know, he did change. He's a changed man. Well, about 5 years ago, his diabetes came back. And it's so weird because it's like, how can you be, my God, this light is still red. How can you, I'm going to cross it. I keep thinking, like, how can you be diabetic? How can your diabetes come back? You have a brand new pancreas. It can't be genetic, right? Because it's somebody else's pancreas. But, you know, when you look it up, it does say it can come back. And it came back with a vengeance. And, you know, he was in and out of the hospital and stuff. But this last time, they found him unresponsive. And he got transferred to a hospital in Philly. You know, we're in Jersey. And they had to put him in a coma for 24 hours. They couldn't wake him up. So they put him in an induced coma. And they would put medicine through IV to take him off the coma to try to wake him up like cold turkey, and he wouldn't. And then the next day, he finally woke up on his own. And then the next day after that, he's in a regular room. They took him out of ICU. And I think he's coming home today. But, you know, I didn't think he was going to make it. I even told my friends, when you're diabetic and your organs are shutting down, and you're as bad as he is with the diabetes, most people don't come out of the coma. It's not good. I've lost a lot of people I know that are diabetic that die from it. And, you know, like I said, his is genetic, right? Like mine is. I mean, he's not heavy whatsoever. You know, it's just genetic. And his is a lot worse than mine. But, like, God is good. And that's why I always say, have the last word. Because I remember Lexi and her brother is the same age as Isaiah, were there. And they left. I'm like, why aren't you with Daddy? I was like, put gospel music in his ear. And she was like, well, the nurse said not to bother him. I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what those nurses say. You go in there and you put that gospel music. You put that music in his ears. And so she did, you know. But I'm very happy. I don't want her to lose her father. But see, now my kids are scared because I'm diabetic. And, you know, I think the biggest thing with Chuck, he can't physically see, so he relies on people, you know. And that's hard, you know. But that's why I'm like, I must do better. I have to do better. Because, I mean, if that didn't wake me up, then come on, right? So, I just wanted to keep you guys updated. He's doing amazing. I don't know if he's going to get another transplant. Like, I don't know how that works, you know. I know last time it was easy for him to get it because he was still so young. But I don't know. He's still very young. To be 51, like, he's young. So, he's doing good. That's good. All right, I'm going to get off of here because I'm getting out of breath. I need to drink my water. But let me say my goodbyes. Please thumbs up the video, thumbs it down. Make sure you leave a comment, even if it's an emoji. Commenting really helps out with engagement. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? And more vlogs to come. We have a very busy, busy, busy week. All right, bye, guys. Hi, guys. Let me try that again. Hi, guys. And hi, guys. Hi, guys. Ann here. And today, we have a walk and talk. I am at the famous lake.